Let me be very, very clear. Let me look into the camera and say this stuff. Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. Period.
He is the most unguardable human that's ever been created from an offensive standpoint. Can shoot, can dribble, can pass, can drive, can do everything.
There it is. Kevin Durant was my answer. He's one of the best players that I've ever played against, that this league has ever seen. His ability to handle the ball, shoot the ball, make plays at his length, at his size, at his speed.
What more could you have done to slow Kevin down?
You played basketball before? What you think? Honestly, that's an honest question. What you think? I mean, he's Kevin Durant.
I promise we tried.
Yo, what is up, everyone? It's your boy King Tiba back with another great build. Now, after weeks and weeks of messing around in the My Player Builder, I finally found what I believe to be the best Kevin Durant build here on 2K22. Now, this build has one of the rarest names on 2K22. I haven't seen anyone, and I mean anyone, with this name in the neighborhood. Now, without giving away too much, the badges on this build are insane. This build is getting almost 30 shooting badge upgrades, almost 20 playmaking, and 12 finishing. Basically, if you want a build that can get a bucket from anywhere, just like Kevin Durant, this is the perfect build for you. This build can lock up on D, shoot from anywhere, and dunk on anyone. Now, like always, if you want to see more videos like these, all you gotta do is smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, then just comment who you think I should make next. But anyways, with all that being said, I think it's about time I go ahead and show you all exactly how to make this rare Kevin Durant build. Alright, now like always, if you want to see more gameplay of this Kevin Durant build, I got some more for you towards the end of this video, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Now, getting started with the first and the last name, you can go ahead and make it whatever you want. Then moving on to the position, now I tried to make this build at every single position, and the position that gave me the most badge upgrades and the best attributes was surprisingly the power forward position. So that's what I went with for this build. Now, moving on to the hand, like I always say, go ahead and pick whatever hand you want to use. I'm using the right hand since this is Kevin Durant. Then for your jersey number, currently Kevin Durant wears number 7, so you can pick that if you want to. Now let's click continue. Okay, now for the pie charts, Kevin Durant will probably go down as one of the best scorers in NBA history. KD can shoot from anywhere, and I mean anywhere. He can handle the ball, he can finish at the rim, and play defense when he wants to. KD is basically a real-life demigod. The dude is just unstoppable, and he's one of my favorite players to watch. So with all that being said, the pie chart that I ended up picking for this Kevin Durant build is the mainly shooting and a little bit of finishing pie chart. Now, this pie chart will allow us to score like Kevin Durant. Also, later in this video, I'm gonna show you guys what badges you should equip for this build, so make sure you stick around for that. Now, moving on to the physical profile. Now here, you want to pick the one with the most speed. Okay, now moving on, here is where we set our potential. Now this part is very important because, like I said before, this build has one of the rarest names I've ever seen here on 2K22. So you're gonna have to copy everything exactly the way I have it if you want that rare name. So starting off in the finishing category, for your close shot, you just want to max it out. Then max out your driving layup. Of course, max out your driving dunk. Then just put your standing dunk on 50. Now, just a heads up, all these attributes that you see currently are most likely going to change when I adjust the height and the wingspan. So if you see something low right now, it does not mean it's going to stay low. So just remember that as I upgrade these attributes. But anyways, moving on to the shooting category. For your mid-range shot, you want to max it out. Then, of course, max out your three-point shot. Max out your free throw. Then last, just max out your post and fade. So we're maxing out everything in the shooting category. And as you see, we get 27 shooting badge upgrades. A little later in the video, I'm gonna show you all the best shooting badges that you should equip for this Kevin Durant build, so don't miss that. Now moving on to the playmaking category. For your pass accuracy, you wanna max it out. Then you wanna max out your ball handling. And last, max out your post control. So just like the shooting category, we're maxing out everything in the playmaking category. Okay, now last, for the defense and rebounding category, you just want to max out your perimeter defense, max your lateral quickness, put your steal on 31, then max your block, and last, max your defensive rebound. So after all that, you will see we get 12 finishing, 27 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 3 defense and rebounding. Now, after looking at the attributes and the badges, go ahead and comment below if you think this build reminds you of Kevin Durant. I've been playing with this build for about a week, and I can say honestly, this build even plays like Kevin Durant. But let me know what you think. Now, moving on to the body shape, go ahead and pick whatever one you want, but I picked solid for my Kevin Durant build. All right, now moving on to the height. Now, according to Google, they have Kevin Durant listed at 6'10", but I believe he could be 6'11" or taller. Now, if we were to make this build 6'10", basically this build would not be able to dribble like at all. Actually, even at 6'9" and 6'8", this build couldn't dribble. So unfortunately, I had to make this build 6'7", but at 6'7", this build can actually do everything that Kevin Durant can do in real life. And in a second, you'll see what I do to the wingspan. But anyways, moving on to the weight, just so you get the maximum amount of speed on this build, you want to make his weight 186. Now moving on to the wingspan, as we all know, Kevin Durant has one of the longest wingspans in the NBA. So for this build, I ended up putting his wingspan at 88.0. I believe that's one notch less than the max. Alright, now moving on to the takeover. As you can see, we have the options between the sharpshooting takeover, the post scoring takeover, the slashing takeover, and even the playmaking takeover. But out of all of these takeovers, there's only one takeover that fits this Kevin Durant build perfect, and that takeover is going to be the sharpshooting takeover. So that's the one I went with. Now after that, you will see that the rare name is a offensive oriented 4. Now, before we get into the gameplay and the badges, I want to say thank you all who have made it this far into the video. I want to remind you all to make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get into the badges. Alright, now just a heads up, these are the badges that I recommend you use with this Kevin Durant build. If you want to use some other badges, go right ahead, it's all up to you. But anyways, starting off in the finishing category, the first badge that you should equip is Fearless Finisher, and I recommend you putting that on gold. Then you should put Limitless Takeoff on gold. And of course, you want to have Posterizer on gold. Then last, you should put Slithery Finisher on gold. So that's going to be it for the finishing category. Now moving on to the shooting. Okay, now these are the shooting badges that helped me shoot a lot better. So the first badge is Sniper, and you want to put that on Hall of Fame. Then you want to put Stop and Pop on Hall of Fame. Rhythm Shooter on Hall of Fame, Fade Ace on gold, Difficult Shots on Hall of Fame, Deadeye on Hall of Fame, then last, Blinders, you want to put on Hall of Fame. So that's going to be it for the shooting. Now moving on to the playmaking. Here, you want to put Bailout on silver, Hyperdrive on gold, Bullet Passer on gold, Unpluckable on gold, Quick Chain on on gold. Then last, you want to put quick first step on gold. So that's it for the playmaking. Now last, for the defense and rebounding category, you want to put clamps on gold. So that's going to be it for all of the best badges to use for this Kevin Durant build. Like always, let me know in the comment section if you plan on making this build. Like I said before, I've been playing with this build for about a week now, and I can say honestly, this build is a lot of fun. Now, if you guys have any suggestions on other builds I should make here on 2K22, do not hesitate to drop the names down in the comment section. I can make just about anyone. Now, I don't know how many of you are still watching, but if you are, go ahead and drop a W down in the comment section, because I want to thank you all who have helped me get to 12,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Now, before I go, I just want to remind you all to make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you comment who you think I should make next. Now, with all that being said, you already know, I still hope to see you all in my next video.